Hey guys, this is Chad with Lost Sheep United. I just wanted to hop on here. I know that the title of this video can be a little bit alarming or intimidating, but I felt it put on my spirit to share with y'all. I don't know, who this is for. I'm sure most of y'all that are listening to this right now are already aware of this, or at least know about it, and possibly could be, I don't know, struggling with falling back into, secular music. That's what I want to talk about is, the satanic music industry and how the enemy uses mainstream music to indoctrinate and to poison the masses, and to tons of subliminal messaging in music. And some of y'all might not be aware of this, but the Father revealed this to me a while back, and I'm still seeing it today. And if anything, I'm seeing it more and more as the years go on, and that's the infiltration of Christian music and false doctrine and the false gospel, even within, quote unquote Christian music. My cousin, who is a Christian music artist himself, we've been very close over the years, and he told me, I remember him telling me way back, probably 12, 13, maybe 15 years ago, the dangers of some Christian music, and to be careful not to just, soak in just because it's labeled Christian, don't think that it's, good to listen to. And I didn't really understand that back then, but, back in 2014, I really started waking up to the satanic agenda in secular music. And then over the years, I also found out, that there are some Christian artists and some Christian songs that simply go against Scripture. And so we have to be very careful and be guarded. We have to really, test everything that we listen to. Listen to the lyrics, and if something seems a little funny, test it against Scripture. Scripture tells us that we need to test all spirits. And so that's including Christian music and quote unquote, righteous music. And we need to test, is it really righteous? And I just wanted to open up and share with y'all today this message of, a warning that, hey, if we're not diligent, if we're not, on guard, then we could, whether we're accidentally or, hey, we just like it. We don't care. It feels good, right? But how many sins or things that feed the flesh feel good in the moment, So, but what is the fruit of it? I know back when I used to listen to secular music, I really liked certain music that was very, what I used to think was just real and raw and authentic, and people just sharing their experiences of life, and really good sounding music, from what I perceived back then. But whenever I really started understanding these truths, I started listening to the lyrics, and I was like, man, no wonder I'm battling with depression. I'm listening to all this depressing music, and at the same time I was drinking alcohol, which is a depressant. So if you're struggling with alcohol or depressing music, or music that makes you feel good, but isn't true, that doesn't have that isn't spirit and truth, then we need to really be careful that we might be letting these false spirits influence us into false doctrine, or even worse, just all outright carnalism and things that are of the world. So be encouraged today that there is a lot of great music out there. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great Christian songs that that I like to listen to. And you know, I went through a season probably about 6 or 7 years ago where I was just like, well, I'm going to throw out all Christian music because I don't know what's leading them or whatever. And I just really stopped listening to music altogether for a season. And what I was revealed through the scriptures was that we rejoice in the truth and we expose the lies. And so that's kind of how I gauge every single song now. And even some secular music, quote unquote secular artists, can put out a song that's just powerful truth. And you know, although it might be rare, there is a few quote unquote secular music that is in that genre that is just like, wow, that's some good truth. He's really or she are speaking from the scriptures, really. And so don't be afraid to listen to music and test the spirits behind it, and test it with the word. And if it backs up, if scripture backs it up, then rejoice in that truth. But if not, then expose those lies and expose the darkness that is easily pulling people into the pit. And so let's help each other, encourage each other, and share good music that, hey, this is backed up by scripture. Check out this song. And because we're all wanting to, or a lot of us, at least from my experience, I've heard of people that are really wanting to know more and more good music that is backed up by truth. So I hope this encourages you guys to really test the music that you're listening to, because it can open yourself up to demonic activity to oppress you and mess with you and try to pull you into depression and despair. So to really sharpen that sword and pull it out whenever you're listening to these lyrics. Love you guys. Shalom.